is swag. If I ain't just I'm trying to bless somebody, inspire somebody, encourage somebody, help somebody to the next level. I got time today. Stirred me out all the comments. I'm not swag. Baby, who is?
This is exactly how I'm looking at y'all right now, dog. For real.
I love it. I'm here for it.
If y'all don't know by now, this entire episode is going to be dedicated to the foolishness that has transpired on social media and beyond in regards to Deion Sanders accepting the head coaching job at Colorado. Without further ado, we are on the Go podcast, and this is our TED Talk. Welcome, Negroes. What's good?
You goddamn hoodlums.
What's happening?
What's happening, bro? What's the deal,
What's all
man?
you hoodlums?
Like Jimmy said earlier this morning, I am on one for
you.
this show.
Hoodlums and project babies.
That's what I'm saying. You understand? My brother in Christ, run that shit by me again. You understand what I'm saying?
Let's go. Hey, we're going to put that meme right here.
I'm definitely putting that one on there, man.
You know what? That's going to be my background, man.
That's going to be your background, bro?
Yeah, man. I got to add it.
Man, so while Ezra get his background, he ain't even playing. I love it. So look, this is the thing we're going to do today. We're going to do a round table. We got 4 of us on here. We each going to take 3 to 5 minutes to speak our piece on this story. Anybody want to go first?
I'll go first since I'm kind of the short-winded one about this. I'll keep it real. Keep it kind of short. Yeah, keep it funky, you know.
And the clock starts now.
Little news you can't refuse, you know. This whole Deion thing. For this, Ezra, I'm gonna use our word, bro. We coined this word, this niggerance.
Facts.
This is some
you throwing it back
niggerance.
on us, Chris.
This is pure niggerance, bro. Why do people feel obligated as if they depended on Deion for making his decision based on his own life and circumstances? How, I don't get it, bro. This man has to live for himself, make moves for himself, his family. I heard that key word, his. You dig what I'm saying? So all of these people with this foolishness, this niggerance, I don't get it. Like, why y'all sitting there trying to sit here and say, oh man, he doing these kids wrong. Like, what about these kids that came here for him and such, whoop de whoop? Like, again, this man is making this decision for himself and his family. Not me, not you, not Pinky, not Mr. Krabs, not Big Freaky. You know, man, I don't really have much to say. Like, it's crazy. Like, what is wrong with these people, man? What's up with this? These people are they're crazy.
And that's why I'm so glad we got Chris on the show, because Chris brought a whole nother perspective that none of us have talked about, you know, outside of like our chats and stuff.
Right.
He made he made the decision for his family at the end of the day, you know. But I think that's a great point.
That's why I said to keep it short and simple. Like, I don't get this whole why people. I get it. Like, me personally, I love and appreciate what he did for JSU, what he brought to that school, him bringing back what he brought for the culture behind it and all of that stuff. Like, he did what he was supposed to do. He said it himself, as a coach, you only to elevate or get terminated. He's fulfilled what he was supposed to fulfill already. Would y'all want him to just stick around because he's prime time and he's at JSU? Like, how do you expect this man to progress as a coach? You know, we got to think about it at the end of the day. He's there to coach. Coach, bro. You know, he has other things, you know, that follows along because he's prime and he's such a big figure within the sport of football, but he's there to coach. His job is to coach. It's not to make you happy or your uncle happy, your cousins happy or satisfied because he's at the school you like or whatever. Like, he's only there for one job, bro, at the end of the day. And with that one job, he's making his decision based on him and what's better for him and his family. Simple as that, Jack.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's a great take, my brother. That's a great take. Ezra, you want to go or you want me to go?
You can go, bro, because I think yours is highly anticipated.
Okay,
We've
man.
been waiting on this right here. We've been waiting on this.
You know,
Hold on. Before I let Jim say that, I'm just letting y'all know he did not come to play around with you goddamn niggas. If you think he's here to play around, you are goddamn foolish. He's not here to play around with y'all.
No, I'm not, man, and I'm gonna keep it real.
Let's let the record reflect, church.
I gotta let the record reflect on this because, and the only reason I'm in no way, shape, or form trying to compare myself to Deion Sanders, or his situation, but at the end of the day, being in the position that I am right now, and the things that's transpiring in my life, I have had people come at me for wanting to advance myself in my career and the things that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So let me just start off with this. What Deion did for Jackson State, phenomenal.
Gotta salute it.
Got Under Armour in there, got him a new locker room, got him a new practice facility, got 5-star recruits to come there, got national recognition. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I saw an HBCU game on ESPN. Like, let's be real, or necessarily not even just on ESPN, but actually covered on Sports Center, right? So let's start with that. And then the next thing I want to bring up is this. It's not Deion's job to carry the stick for everybody in HBCU land. He laid the foundation. Now it's on you, my brother, you, my sister, to pick it up and continue to run forward with it. That's the problem that I have with this, because it gives me those, not I want a handout vibe, but it gives me a, man, you good here, you content here, like you got everything you want here, stay. Well, if Deion leaves, who's gonna pick up the slack? Oh, I can't do that. Who am I? What you mean, who are you? Deion looked just like somebody uncle, somebody daddy, somebody brother, somebody grandpa, somebody cousin. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's not on Deion to carry HBCU till the day he died. If you look at any black person, and I'm speaking solely for black people right now, you look at any black person, when they get a new job, first thing come out their mouth, oh, I'm going to work my way up the rank. I'm going to run this mug. Or nowadays, I don't want to work for nobody. I want to be a boss. I want to do my own thing and put myself in a position where people of power, people of success see me and want to flock to me, right? Because we associate, as a black community, we associate success with white. You don't get more white than Colorado. You understand?
No.
So
no, sir.
My thing with it is this, man. They got people that's talking about Deion ain't swag. Deion ain't this, Deion ain't that. Okay, if Deion ain't swag, then all y'all sorry ass schools that ain't had no recognition before, that's been y'all swag tradition for years. The only thing y'all had to worry about was y'all band playing. Right? Yes, sir. Y'all wanna hop on and talk all of this noise, but guess what? Y'all worried about some Negroes dancing in the courtyard. Y'all worried about some females dancing and twirling to some drums and shit playing. And I get it. I get that's the things that y'all love that excite y'all. But when are y'all gonna grow up and realize that you got to step into a different zone. You got to step into a different level. I mean, Deion can't accomplish everything he can accomplish in this world to produce other leaders by staying at JSU. Y'all really don't even have running, drinking water. You understand? And I'm not even trying to joke. I'm being dead ass right now. Right? So my thing is this, bro. When you go out to the world, you want your children to be better than you, right? First thing we tell them, I don't want you getting in trouble going into the hood doing X, Y, and Z. Go get you a nice house over here. Go get you a car that look like this. Get you some clothes that look like this. Go into the rooms with the people that said you don't look like them and don't want you here, and be surprised that somebody of your complexion is in that room because of the knowledge and the ability you have. So if we got a gem in Deion Sanders, why do we want to keep him locked up in the SWAC conference? Because all he is doing is showing these other SWAC coaches, you can do the same exact thing that I've done. You can do it too.
And then, not to cut you off too, and it's like, with that, what you saying, like, bro, we know who Primetime is, right? We know what he's accomplished.
It ain't even about Primetime.
So check this out, dig what I'm saying, right? Would that man come to what he's done with SWAC? You just want to keep him boxed in the SWAC? Do you not want him to progress and climb the ladder and move forward more? Because
Exactly.
let's be honest. What he did in SWAC this year, if he was to stay in SWAC, that's all he'd be able to do from that, bro.
Let me tell you something, Chris. And that leads me to my final point. And I'm glad you transitioned me into this. And that's the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm done. Them saying Deion needed to stay in SWAC to be great is the equivalent of us telling somebody, man, you know, you're a great mayor. You should never run for governor. You're a great governor. You should never run for president of the United States. If we had people that was content at the level that they were at, we never would have had a black president. You understand what I'm saying? So that mindset of that shit, that's that crab in the bucket mindset, and I can't stand it. Hate it.
That's all it is.
My name is Jimmy Francis, and I repress my time, and I'm done.
Wow.
I like it. Reclaiming his time.
Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop.
Damn. God, I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
Hey, Jim. Let me. You got a little sweat on you, bro. Let me wipe you off right quick, pimping.
Wipe me down, bro. I know they like to step to that shit, so just wipe me down. Wipe me down. I know they like to step to that shit.
JIMMYFAR.
Oh my God. I don't know how
we too worried about making memes instead of having impact, bro. That's the problem.
I don't know how I come up to the podium and top that. But
nah, speak on it, champ. Speak on it.
Hey man. That's what I'm gonna do. So
we should have live streamed this shit, but continue.
Let me first say that I think we're all of us here are very much pro-black. We're very much pro HBCU success.
100%.
And with that being said, I want to say that, you know, Jimmy made some great points, but I'll take it even further, right? So as a football coach, school aside, conference aside, whatever's going on, what was the football coach Deion Sanders' goal? The goal is to always win your conference, right? Or win your division. Check. He did that.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you know, I want to go undefeated. So you win the conference last year. This year you go undefeated, win the conference. Check. You basically come in and have been successful from the jump. And from a football coach standpoint, you've done your job, right? And I've always been a big proponent of, you know, like sometimes a coach will take a team, let's say a basketball team. Dwayne Casey's a great example, Toronto Raptors. He's always had them in the playoffs, conference, championship, whatever you want to call it. But they fired him. because that was the furthest he could take that team. They bring in Nick Nurse, bam, they win a championship because they realized that's as far as Dwayne Casey could go with that team. Deion Sanders has taken this team as far as they could go, given the limitations of the conference, right? And we can talk about the SWAC another day, right? You know, should the SWAC be a D1 conference? Should those schools be allowed to compete in the FCS playoffs? That's another story for another day. But if we take away the fact that Jackson State is a historically black college, and Colorado's a PWI.
Yeah, predominantly white institution. Yeah.
If we just start looking at the attributes, right, and looking at the pros and cons, 9 times out of 10, Colorado's probably going to win that battle. From a coach's perspective, facilities, the division and the conference they play in, money, right? How much are those boosters given? How much is enrollment? How big is the student body? All those things, Colorado's probably winning. So for Deion to take this jump, it's not a shot at black colleges.
No.
Deion Sanders did what he was supposed to do. He actually probably exceeded expectations, right? Because he's not the first, famous African-American athlete to go coach at HBCU. A lot of them have not been successful. A lot of them haven't even won the SWAC. He won the SWAC back-to-back years.
Yeah, I don't think people understand, like, not to cut you off, I don't think people understand the concept, like, from being a player to being a coach. It's two different completely components or roles, for lack of a better word, right?
Right, but you can know the game, but you got to be able to teach that to kids that are way younger than you.
But and that's what I'm saying.
The fact that he went in there, obviously recruited some top-notch talent, 4 or 5-star recruits going to Jackson State, you know what I'm saying? He didn't, set the stage, if you will. If anything, he revitalized, the SWAC and HBCU football, because it used to be a powerhouse,
Without a doubt.
So he did what he had to do. That's not to say that now he's leaving 4 and 5-star recruits can't go back and play in the SWAC, but in today's world with the NIL money and all this other stuff going on, it makes it a lot tougher for them. So we got to look at the conferences and the schools as a whole and say, hey, how do we get these schools in better situations to be successful? How do we get the SWAC to end up in Division I? How do we get more money or improve our facilities to get these recruits to want to come? And that's not Deion's job to figure that out. He went to the school that he decided to go to and did everything he could with them. And I think for him, he did what he could do. He reached the highest level. Once you win the SWAC, you can't win nothing else. You can't go to the FCS playoffs. You can't win a national championship. You've done what you could do. So he could sit there and go in year 3, go 12-0 again, win a SWAC. Go next year, do it again. That's not a challenge.
And with that
now, his challenge is, I'm going to go to this white-ass school and coach with these white men who are on a way longer leash than black men are. I don't even think there's 10 black head football coaches in Division I. If we did a count right now, it's probably not even 10.
Not in Power 5.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. So now he's going there, and he has a chance for a new challenge at a program that hasn't won a national title since '95, and really build something. And we got to understand that, like, there is power. Yes, there's power in, building up the hood and making sure that everybody has the resources and everything. It's another thing to go into a white man's area and build it up and then bring your folks there too. There's power in that too. There's power in both situations.
Thank you, E.
And I think now is the time for him to go do that. If Deion Sanders, and I hope he's very successful at Colorado, if he goes to Colorado and gets 4 or 5-star recruits and they're competing in the Pac-12, I bet you them Power 5 schools are going to look around and go, you know, we might have to go find our Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a guy like Larry Fitzgerald, let's go see if Larry Fitzgerald wants to coach. You know, where can we be successful like this? Because the NFL and college football, it's all copycat. If an offense is doing well, what the other team's going to do, they're going to figure out either how to stop it or how to implement it themselves. So you can be mad at Deion Sanders. I don't agree with it. But at the end of the day, there are more Deion Sanders that can come in and do what he has done for Jackson State. But the only way that the SWAC and HBCU football can be successful is if everybody is doing well and being competitive. You know what I'm saying? Deion Sanders running through the gauntlet in the SWAC is not helping HBCU football as a whole.
No.
You know what it's highlighting, though, E? It's highlighting the mindset. And we only got 10 minutes left. But it's highlighting the mindset, bro. The mindset that as a Black community, typically we think small. We don't think large enough. We don't think big enough.
Yeah.
And the problem is we had somebody like Deion Sanders literally step down off his pedestal because, mind you, this guy is a Hall of Fame football player in the National Football League. You understand?
Not only that, bro, but he's a icon within himself, bro.
Worldwide icon, international icon. He stepped down off of that pedestal to come, and that's what winners do. He stepped down to help the people below him up, right? Show them how it's done. Winners focus on winning, and losers focus on winners, and that's the problem. And the last thing I'm gonna say is, I saw the dumbest thing ever. Somebody said Deion took all the Wakanda, the vibranium, out of JSU and brought it to the white schools. What vibranium y'all had down there? Because I don't know if y'all watched Black Panther, but Black Panther ain't look like JSU before Deion got there. You know what I'm saying? JSU ain't look like Wakanda. Southern ain't look like Wakanda. Grambling ain't look like Wakanda. Georgia State ain't look like Wakanda. FAMU ain't look like Wakanda.
Morehouse,
none of that. So
and that's what I'm saying. It's a bigger problem that Deion Sanders cannot solve by himself.
Exactly.
He did what he could for the school that he was at, and it's a bigger discussion. You know, like a lot of these schools are underfunded. A lot of these schools, they need more resources so they can compete. And I think Deion has put a spotlight on that, and obviously I think there's going to be more attention towards that now. But Deion did what he could do and moved on to the next thing. Is Colorado's band going to be just as good as JSU or any other HBCU? Nope. Yeah, probably not. The halftime entertainment is not going to be as enjoyable. But, hey, he did what he could, and it is what it is. So, I rest, and it's up to Big T to bring us home.
There you go.
T, land the plane, Big T, land the plane.
Man, look, ever since he took the job at Jackson State, I've always said I don't like the fact he's at Jackson State because I'm a Southern fan, but I like the fact that he is at a HBCU. I like the fact that he came in and he put HBCU, not just Jackson State, but HBCUs as a whole on a pedestal.
It wasn't much talk about HBCU.
No,
especially HBCU football.
Not at all. So for people to go out pretty much all of last night and today and say, all this stuff about him, that he was only there just to help his career. Well, going off what Jim said,
and that's okay. I'm sorry, keep going, Tyler, but that's okay. It's okay if you're going somewhere to help yourself. It's okay.
Exactly. You start. All of us at some point have started small and worked our way to big. Whether it's work, school, anything in life. And he started out as high school coach. He was a damn good. He was an OC at his son's high school. I watched him play and they were clicking on all cylinders. He did that. He moved to JSU and literally took that, recruited, and went to JSU and won. While he was at JSU, Southern only beat Jackson State one time, and that was his first year. One time. That's it. This season alone, smacked them twice. And I'm gonna say this: I love Southern, but he has to. He's doing this to better himself. You might not like it, but as Jim say, us as Black folks, we don't particularly always want to better ourselves. We want to stay content where we are
because it's
and it's not
comfortable.
It's not because we're
right.
lazy or anything like that. It's just it's
because you're scared to break away from what you know.
You're taking a bigger risk than somebody else that's not Black or somebody that's not a minority.
Exactly.
You know, you might not have a mentor or somebody that you could look up to that can put you on game on how to take that risk.
It's much more pressure you coming into it. You don't have the resources and the connections and the pulls that the other side might have, you know.
And feeding off of what Ezra said, he has done the top-notch, top-of-the-line what you can do at a SWAC school. Like you say, you can't go to the FCS playoffs for some reason, which is still baffles me. You win the SWAC.
That's a tangent for another day.
You go to the Celebration Bowl, you win that, and that's it. I believe these last couple of seasons, if Jackson State could have went to the FCS playoffs, they could have made some noise.
This team this year could do some.
Could have made some noise. Could have made some noise. Really. And going to Colorado, look, like we say, it was best for him and his family. It was best for his career. Who knows what comes out of it? He might end up at a SEC school, 4 or 5 years down the line. Hell, he might go back on what he said and end up in the NFL somewhere and start that climb to be an NFL head coach.
Jimmy, can you look up how many Black coaches there are in Division I?
Yeah, let me take a look. Let me see.
Go ahead, Tyler. While you finish,
I'm all for the decision. I'm all for him bringing his son along because hell, his son can go ball. Just because he Black, don't mean he can't ball at a Power 5 Division I school.
Bro,
the dude, I seen somebody post the stats today. He threw for over 5,600 yards this season and 41 touchdowns, and he added probably another 20 plus on the ground.
Right.
Those are Division I numbers.
That's Heisman.
And you gonna get people. You don't get people say, "Oh, he did that in the SWAC. Oh, he did that against lower competition."
Now it's the SWAC.
Now watch.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Now watch if he goes do the same thing in Colorado. His draft stock, he'll go from a 5th, 6th round pick to going to be in the conversation for first, second.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got something I want to pick off there, but I'm gonna let you.
How many coaches though, Jimmy? Real quick.
Oh yeah, just to let y'all know. So we're coming down to the last 2 minutes, but there's only 12 as of December 4th, 2022. There's
12 out of 100 and 20 something schools.
131 schools. There's only 12.
Yes.
But y'all want that man to stay in a SWAC. Okay.
And to conclude my spiel, my rant. Hey, y'all know me. I'm pro-Black 100%. I want us Black folks to excel in everything. Whether it's Ezra at his job, Jimmy at his, and Chris at yours, I want y'all boys to be at the top of the level. And that goes for any Black coach, because y'all know last season when Marcus Freeman got the job at Notre Dame, and I can't think of his name right now, at Michigan State, got the job. Y'all know
Mel
I was
Tucker.
100. Mel Tucker. When they got them jobs, y'all know I was like, don't put these boys on a short leash like y'all do with black coaches. So you know what? Prime, go to Colorado, win the Pac-12, compete for a national championship, and do what you got to do. Because now, as a black person, I'll be following Colorado next season just to see what Prime do. And I bet you 100% you're going to see Colorado on TV more next season. Mark my words.
If you're listening online, I'm wearing a shirt that says "Seek New Summits," and the exterior is black. That was definitely intentional. So letting y'all know. Well, guys, this
Church.
is we're literally the last minute of the show. Great show today. I'm sure we'll be revisiting this at some point during the week as we continue to progress through college football and that madness that's happening. But guys, thank y'all for everything y'all do for the show. Thank y'all for y'all great takes. Christian, Tyler, Ezra. I couldn't do it without y'all. I appreciate y'all. This is what Black excellence is. Putting each other on bigger platforms and just uplifting us and getting in rooms that with people that don't look like us, because typically they have more than we have. So
hell, bro, we couldn't do this without you.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
bro.
you the captain of
You're the
this ship,
good at this,
Jim.
bro.
Man, we a unit, bro. So I appreciate y'all. This is OTG. We out. Peace.
Sir.
Be good, be good.
Dude.